weather bands directly affect the weather. So, like, my usual 5 or 6 mile an hour headwinds are now 20, 25, and I can fly in that, but it's not fucking fun, and it's definitely not good for filming and doing shit that I want to do. So, yeah, the hurricane fucked us.
I was gonna say I'm not.
It's gonna fuck Louisiana way harder, but
I'm not feeling any effects of.
They're saying that thing's gonna hit at like a 4.
Yeah.
Oof.
I got some headwinds today, but they're all they're about a category 2. Number 2, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, hurricanes can hit everywhere in the United States of America except us.
Living in Florida, it used to be.
We were the place to come if you wanted to experience a hurricane.
Yeah,
we were your destination.
We had that one year where we had 4 of them.
That was 2005. Wilma.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah.
That was the prime of my life back in 2005.
Those were good times, man.
That's when you could see me on a 2-story ladder hanging shutters with my shirt off as the hurricane was nearing, and those winds would kick every now and then, and you'd behold one of those aluminum panels, and next thing you know, you were in danger of taking flight.
I spent that.
You're like the human kite up there on that. There were 2 things. It was you're on that fucking 2-story aluminum ladder that you're like, and you're looking at the lightning ripping all around you, and the wind would just be.
Why are you waiting that late to put up your shutters?
I mean, not always. I'm just saying, like, it has. There have been times where, like, see, when you're a young man with like friends and family and stuff like that, sometimes you don't only have to do your own house. You have to do like your parents' house.
See, works
and
out.
Then you get or in your neighborhood, the hot chick that runs the ale house asks while you're doing yours if you come over and help her with hers afterwards. That kind of shit. And then
I spent that whole summer not roofing, but putting tarps on roofs because remember Wilma took down power for like months.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's when like 1 out of every like 10 houses had a patch of blue on the top of the roof.
And my dad's friend ran up and down the state the very next day, bought up every tarp at every Home Depot and Lowe's he could find. Like he spent like $20,000 worth of tarps, and then nobody could find tarps, so we went to 17th Street Causeway, all those expensive homes. He just went door to door, and he goes $750, and we'll tarp up your roof for you.
Ah,
oh, buddy,
that's not bad. That's like when I worked for Joe, we were talking when one of the hurricanes was coming. He's like, not this one, but maybe the next one that comes through, we'll charge like. I don't know. I don't remember what the rate was. I think he came up with like $50 a window for the first floor, and more for the second floor to do people's homes.
Well, lately
to panel them,
Lately, whenever a storm is approaching, my uncle usually calls me because he rents a home in Weston, and the guy every time a hurricane comes, the guy pays me $400 to put up his fucking It takes me maybe an hour, maybe.
I've only been paid a freshly cooked meal to hang anyone's shutters up.
I got a few paychecks.
I've never gotten a good paycheck.
Which is another thing. A storm needs to come anywhere close to that because look, man, $400 right now. That's a month's worth of fucking diapers and shit. I'm good for that.
Oh, here we go. I was wondering how long until we segued into a baby reference from the fucking new dad over here still smiling.
Well, you asked me before.
2 weeks in, he's
you asked
still
me
happy.
before if we're in a routine, and the answer is we're in as much as a routine as Sylvia allows us to be. One night she doesn't have colic at all. We get fucking a solid 6 hours switching off, and everything is great. And the next night, I watch the sunrise, shaking my, not shaking, but Jesus Christ, that sounds bad.
I always found shaking the baby quieter than the mother.
No, it's a terrible idea. Don't ever
sooner
do
or
that.
later.
No, but
and the harder you shake it, the quicker they quiet.
Rocking her back and forth, trying to get her to sleep because she's having a bad night. So it's she's new, man. She's still got the new car smell.
Fucking listen, man. Nothing. A little yelling and screaming won't help.
Well, here's the thing. Like, ideally, what has to happen is
why don't you shut up?
Ideally, we just
stop crying.
Ideally, we have to get her used to the bassinet and the crib. God. And to do
all these fucking. I'm banning. I'm making a mental note. Of all the words I'm banning from this podcast starting next week.
And ideally, you want the kid to fuss a little, go to bed. Well,
this was not an invitation to talk about the baby, by the way.
But this is my life going on. These are the things that are happening to me, Ben. These are the important moments.
It better be a good story. I hope you've ended up with shit up to your elbow already.
So far, the blowouts haven't been so bad when they have occurred. Yeah, no, it's just this weird learning curve where you're trying to sacrifice whatever it takes to get 6 hours of sleep.
Whatever it takes.
Like maybe keeping her up an extra hour, let her cry through it. But listen. Every time she starts to cry just a little bit, Natalia's like, "Oh, we got to scoop her up." I'm like, "No, we can't do that. You have to let her cry."
Don't you have any alcohol in your house?
I'm not
Just rub a little on the lips.
That's for teething. She's not teething.
No. That's for everything.
I'm not getting my baby.
That's a cure-all. How do you think my
drunk Jesus Christ?
How do you think my dad's cousin got me to sleep all the time?
Oh my God! You know what? It answers so many questions. Holy shit!
I wasn't born with fetal alcohol syndrome. I had post-womb alcohol syndrome.
Going to AA meetings when I'm fucking out of the crib. Oh shit! Well, what have you been doing this week?
You're looking at it, Pat. You're looking at the uniform right here. This hoodie has all the stains of a well-lived week on it. Oh my God! I got a little pizza over here.
I didn't
a little soy sauce over here.
I didn't get to listen to it, but I did see that one of the titles of one of you and AJ is something about an OnlyFans, and I have to ask.
Well, now that he's become king of Europe,
oh no,
on TikTok,
is he gonna do like a weird?
We're talking, and it's like there may be like, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. If I could make like $100,000 a year just spreading fucking peanut butter on my toes on a webcam, you'd. I mean, so because he's basically doing half of what some of these people make money on OnlyFans. Like some of you, like there's that weird niche of girls that don't even get naked, and people like pay to watch them eat fucking like 3 pizzas.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's crazy.
The eating videos.
Like eat an octopus or some
AJ,
shit.
you're trying. Fat foods.
Yeah.
Like 8 gallons of ice cream in one sitting and shit like
No, but
that.
I saw one where like it's like all these octopus dishes. It's like a whole octopus, but there's been separated like different dishes.
Why do you gotta get weird on it?
But that's like,
why is it gonna be octopus?
I saw a video about this, and that was just one of the.
You can't get fat eating octopus.
I don't know that. I've never had a fucking octopus. Have you ever eaten octopus?
All the time.
Oh, really?
Sushi and fucking calamari and all.
They're missing you over
Well,
there.
that's squid, but it's close enough. Yeah, they eat octopus. I'll when I feel really adventurous, I'll go when I'm shopping at Publix. I'll where they have like canned sardines and stuff like that. They also have canned octopus. I'll grab 1 or 2 of those and throw them in like a pasta dish or something. It's good for you. It's all protein, baby. It's seafood. And anyway, look at you with the face. Like you don't eat calamari. It's the same fucking thing. Ugh. Squid, octopus.
I don't eat anything that comes out of that ocean, buddy. Nothing.
No, that's right. Are you allergic to it?
Or you just shellfish.
You made that up.
Shellfish. I didn't make it. I didn't make it
up, so you didn't have to eat that shit.
Oh my God! I just don't eat anything out of the ocean. I just don't. I've tried really done blackened tuna and really good salmon, and I'm just not the texture. Just not my thing, man.
Fucking weirdo. So anyway, I'm sorry, it didn't have the texture of a black and white cookie. Anyway,
those Publix cookies.
Anyway, most of those eating videos are like really, really, really disgustingly fat, or trying to get disgustingly fat girls. They're trying to get that size because they're making money off of it, and fuck it. And they'll just eat like 20 Big Macs in one sitting, or whatever, like 3 whole pizzas, 5 gallons of ice cream, whatever. Now, so I was saying that AJ's eating all this British food on TikTok. I said, you're like half a step away from just basically buying an inflatable pool, putting it in your fucking living room, filling it up with like baked beans, and then sitting with a toaster next to you and just toasting fucking loaves of bread, one slice after another, dipping them in the pool of beans you're sitting in, and eating them and being extra sloppy with it, getting it all down your bare chest and your chest hairs and stuff. And like when you do, then you get another toasted piece of toast and eat the beans off your chest with it.
Oh my God.
And I said, you could probably rake it in with that. And so we were talking about that. I like, again, like I said, if I could make money on OnlyFans, I would make money on it. I'm not gifted and blessed to be a 20-something hot chick with big tits and a slim waist. So it's really not in the cards for me. Again, unless I find out that like you could just be the anonymous toe guy squishing things in a on a camera, then I'll try it.
You probably get on that. I mean, I know that with what they just went through, they're probably begging people to come back to their platform.
They changed their mind.
I know.
So no one left.
Oh, a bunch of people left.
No one left.
No. I watched. I watched.
Let me tell you something. Nobody left. They're going to come right back because the database is still there. You would have to re-enlist everyone somewhere else. All those signups, you got 200. Pretend you got 200,000 subscribers to your OnlyFans, and I just do. Let's say even 1,000.
Okay.
Because 200,000 sounds like a lot.
That does.
But I'm sure some people have it. You have 1,000 subscribers on OnlyFans that are paying you $20 a month, and you're making $20,000 on OnlyFans every month. You're going to convince all those people to cancel their OnlyFans and sign up on a new service. That's a lot of work. In the attrition of that, you're going to lose like half to a third of your people. Instead,
they lost a lot, man.
I don't know how.
They'll probably
nobody would have closed their account yet.
Oh, well, you mean in the span of
the 2 weeks that they said,
but
we're going to fuck you, and
but
now
a lot of creators moved off the platform.
They'll be back.
And they probably will,
because those people are still there. They just have to message them and go, "Hey, don't cancel your thing," or just hit resubscribe.
It's such a fuck show.
It's just, I'm just telling you.
What a 2-week fuck show.
Well,
for nothing.
Whoever made that decision wasn't the bean counter.
Oh my God! Whoever made that decision doesn't have a job right now. If
they were like, listen, you can't go public, being a porno site, and
such dumb logic.
And then but they didn't realize you can't go public having no business.
Because we all know OnlyFans for people that just put up pictures of their pottery.
When you're like, yeah, let's offer an IPO on the stock market, and then between the time you decide to do it and it happens, you lose 99% of your revenue.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be interested. So
whoever made that decision, he lost that job pretty fucking quick.
Yeah,
it was his first day probably.
And I think this may have all been covered in the other podcast, but I think they tried to say like that the banks or the credit card company was saying they weren't going to process porno money, kind of.
Yeah.
And one of the banks or credit cards said, no, we never said that.
Yeah.
And then the OnlyFans was like, oops, I guess we have no scapegoat here.
All money is green.
It's our stupidity. No, I mean, I believe in other cases, like I think on Pornhub, they were losing the ability to process payments on a multitude of options because of what they were. And it may not have just been because they were a pornography site. It may have been their other issues, which are kind of like, there's so much that gets uploaded there that isn't supposed to be up there. And then you have to catch it after the fact, whether it's underage shit or like crossing the whatever boundaries there are between porno and whatever illegal
saw
thing.
Shit.
Saw shit, or when you're not sure whether that person's dead or not in the video at the end of it, you're like, or
consent becomes a real question,
right? Or they're having issues with like revenge porn and shit, all that kind of crap. That it's like if the problem is that it gets uploaded, then someone has to find it, and then someone has to appeal to have it removed, and in the meantime, that can be downloaded and copied a gazillion times. That's no bueno. That doesn't protect anyone. So I don't know. So I think they lost the ability to process money in most of the ways they were processing money.
Yeah.
So they made. I don't even know if they're. Listen. I would never pay for it, so I don't know whether there is even a. I know there was a pay tier. I don't know if there still is because of this, or if it's all just ads on the site now. I don't know. So I think there was a pay tier, and
I've never even been on OnlyFans, so I don't know.
Oh no, OnlyFans is. I'm talking about the Pornhub stuff.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was talking about with all this.
Oh,
OnlyFans is. Yeah. It's your own thing, man. There's no, but whatever. Yeah. Why? How do we get here?
I don't know. We're talking about baby shit somehow.
Babies.
Oh well, yeah.
Babies.
AJ being super famous over in Britain right now.
Yeah. I woke up today, and he was on. He had just started a TikTok live, and he's talking to all of them about his. He wants to do a summer tour next year in Europe, and he's got a name for the tour, and I was like, I'm not. I just
participating in that lunacy.
I just shut it. I just shut the app. I was like, I'm done with this.
How much did his base grow after those
he's at
articles?
He's at 150,000 people now.
Damn.
I think he was 60,000 a couple months ago.
All right, that's
and I think he grows over 1,000 a day now.
Good for him.
So
good for him.
I'm just waiting till he gets some of the to a real number, and then he and I are gonna have a talk about how we actually make money off of this.
We're gonna ride AJ's successful coats into business.
Well, to be honest, my business ventures are starting to see a little fruition. So if I have seed money to do things now, and he has a customer base to pitch them to, that works pretty well, as opposed to us selling 4 T-shirts a month because we're not really hustling.
Is that what we're averaging?
No, not even.
Okay,
but I'm not. But it's because of me. I'm not doing the things I would normally do, which is kind of use social medias to push it. I was kind of hoping he would do it, but anything that involves above and beyond.
Well, he's got his real job that he works real hard on.
I'm just saying I'm the only above and beyond guy in this group.
This is true.
As I stare at you as well. I have to just to let people know that I basically we've come to a point in the fallout of having a baby over here that what I do is there's no heads up between Friday and through Sunday. It's literally I just have to be on call like a fucking surgeon.
Oh my goodness.
Surgeon 24 hours a day waiting for the message that comes that goes, "Hey, I'm done with all the everything else conceivable in life. I have a window for you now. Do you want a podcast?" And no matter what, I have to say yes because it's my fucking window. And then
you don't have to say yes.
Well, I do.
You could go hey, can we just do we talk? I mean, I'm not, dude. I don't know. It's just. Listen, it's hard.
Can I make this sound interesting and dramatic? And,
sure, go ahead.
And add a little fiction to it.
I'm just gonna jump under this bus over here.
Can I fictionalize it a little to make it interesting and create some conflict on the show?
Fair enough, Ben.
I mean, may I hyperbolicize it a little? I totally,
Mr. Heyman, the floor is yours.
Well, now you've ruined it. So whatever.
So our day might be ruined here.
Why?
I
see you keep looking at the phone like an unprofessional over there. Yeah, what?
Well, obviously I see if there's any text from my wife. I just clicked over to our thread, and it looks like either it's been announced that it's happening or being announced that it's in the process of happening. Apparently, the Dolphins are grabbing Deshaun Watson. And I don't know how to process. I just asked them what's actually happening, and I didn't see anything on ESPN yet, so it might just be an occurrence. But how to feel about that is crazy in all kinds of different directions. And
okay, if this was 2 years ago,
100%.
No, if this was not even 2 years ago, if this was
6 months ago,
if this was pre-17 accusations, but I feel like if they're willing to do this, it's because someone Stephen Ross spent some of his billions into investigating it, and they feel comfortable that nothing will come of it. It must have been a good deal too. So we just gave up on Tua?
I don't. This is the thing that gets me. It's like I need to know what, because okay, so here's all they left. They go, so the Dolphins. What happened? Watson. If they
wait, whoa. Is that Blake doing it with these one-word fucking bullshits?
Okay, Blake. So the Dolphins. AJ. What happened? Blake. Watson. AJ.
I fucking hate him.
Blake. If they do it, they're fucked for years to come. AJ. Dumb move. Me. Wait. What? And me trying to find out what's going on.
Hang up on them. So don't look at that anymore.
Okay.
Let me tell you what.
It's dumb. I mean, it's ridiculous to think.
No. Let's get into what's really important here. Is one word fucking communication, Blake, and his expecting you with one word to understand what is required to be paragraphs of information. And
it's always just fucking, like you're right. Just
you
like
understand?
one word.
My hands are starting to shake because he enrages me so much with this shit. I am so annoyed. Like every conversation we have on there is like he expects us. It's like he's
like the Riddler.
No, he writes. He starts something and then answers everything with these words, like as if either we mentally had this conversation telepathically 10 minutes ago and we should remember, but he never like sent me any fucking mental information. He drives me fucking nuts. He is the worst, and I will not entertain his bullshit now.
Hey guys, NBA. What?
Right.
What else?
And then nothing. He doesn't. He keeps just sending you one-word answers.
It's like he does that. He puts his phone down.
The worst is when he's like, he'll just say someone's name, and we're all like, "What?" He goes, and then he goes, "Their post," and I'm like, "Fuckface! Why are you making all of us individually go now somewhere else
just
and
look
up the post instead of you screen capping or sharing the link?" I hate him. I fucking hate him. He's for someone who does like commentary, like does like calls matches and does ring announce.
Professionally uses his voice to make money. Yes.
Yeah, he is the worst communicator I've ever fucking seen in my life.
He's definitely top 5 of worst communicators that we've friendly dealt with on a daily basis. No, he's the worst. We love you.
He's the worst because of those top 5 you probably mentioned, he's better than that, and the rest aren't.
That's true. That's very true. That is. You're better than this, buddy. You're better than this.
Yeah. Oof. I really want to turn this into a 1-hour bashing.
No, I don't want to bash Blake for an hour, Ben.
Can we bash him for 30 minutes?
Oh my goodness.
By the way, while we're still on the subject of Blake Chadwick, I think he is still planning to come over next weekend for the AEW pay-per-view. Ooh. I assume he's still bringing his girlfriend, both of which, he invited himself and invited her. But that's fine because it's cool. As long as I'm doing something, everyone's always welcome. But I'm just very excited because I have a feeling you and I are both going to be relentless on him all fucking the whole time he's here. I won't make him look bad in front of his girlfriend.
Oh, no.
But I will fucking have my way with him in front of his girlfriend.
I'm telling you right now, we're debating right now if Nat's going to stay behind with the baby or if we're going to bring the baby so she can watch the pay-per-view too. And the urge to like, hey, Blake, you want to hold my kid? And the second half is like, you look like such a great dad. You're going to make a fantastic father.
She should just, at some point, when she wants to go to the bathroom, she should just go, here, hold this, Blake. And just don't, do you want to anything? Just here, hold this, Blake.
I don't want our kids at the stage where you can't just like do that. But
yeah, you can. He's held a baby before.
Has he?
Come on.
I don't know.
Come on. He's like half a Jew. You know
what? What?
If nothing else,
is that just a thing?
Well, yeah, we all hold babies, but
I've never seen you hold a fucking child, sir.
Dude, I have 3 younger brothers and sisters. You don't think I didn't fucking change them and watch them and fucking hold them? Also, yeah, I've had my fill. You got to understand. Yeah. This is why I have no interest in yours. I've had my fucking fill. But also, if not that, we know our way around a loaf of fucking challah, or something. We can handle bread and shit like that. Say baby, same fucking thing. You don't want either to touch the floor. They're useless after that.
I could just like, oh my God. Oh, it's just, listen, he's going to get ribbed.
I mean, he's sitting there. You hand him a baby. Yeah. He's going to hold it. Even if he's nervous, he's just going to not move. It's not like you're asking him to do it while he's on ice skates or near open flame.
Some people are weird about babies, though. Yeah. Some people, like, you go, hey, man, can you hold my kid? And they're like, whoa, no, I'm not doing that. Like, some people don't want to hold kids, man.
Oh,
I know, as I'm staring right at you.
Yeah. But I'm saying, it's Blake. Well, you just rib him with it. Come on. God. The baby will be, 3 weeks by then? Fine.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
Fine. Man. You know how much elasticity a baby gains in 3 weeks?
Oh, Jesus, no.
That baby's like one of those rubber bouncing balls you get in a gumball machine after 3 weeks.
That is not accurate at all.
Everywhere except the top of the head. Jesus. Everywhere. Christ. They're like a rubber band. They're like a Flex Armstrong.
Ben. Son of a bitch.
Now, here's the better rib. Make sure the baby's got a full load in its fucking diaper when you hand it over to him.
That's not hard. She's a newborn.
So, yeah.
She's always packing heat.
Shit when they please. Yeah, so for sure, be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And, you're sitting right next to her, and instead she hands him the Blake, you hold the baby.
The look
you could even be like, I'm too high right now.
The look on his face when he's holding the kid.
And his wait till he gets really high, too.
No!
So it's like a surreal experience.
Oh, my God. The girlfriend looks over, and we just go, Jesus, Blake, you look like you make a really good dad.
You guys look like no, you hand it to the girl.
Oh.
And he's sitting next to her.
I'm not handing my child to a random
I'm sure
person.
She's nice.
I'm sure she's a nice
girl. She touches Blake's penis. She's probably a wonderful person.
Jesus, Ben. I don't want those hands on my child.
Well... Oh yeah, penis hands. But
my God.
it'd be like and then while they're sitting there, you go, man, you guys just look like a good family right there.
Oh, it's too much madness.
Just put some baby fever in her head.
To
drive him crazy.
I don't want to scare him off because I need to re-up, so he needs to show up. But at the same time...
He's never going to listen to this.
I know. I just already know he's never going to listen to this.
I could put his name in the title of this episode, and he won't show up for this. The funny thing is, we rib Blake all the time on these podcasts, but I don't think anyone here really knows who Blake is. Like, everyone listening. But
I love it.
I love it, too. Fuck him.
Like, if anything would ever happen to where, we're doing, a meet and greet or some shit, and we just happen to have Blake with us... He'll have this whole surreal experience of people who've heard about him for years, but have never no face to put.
Oh, I got
stories.
I got an update. So apparently, my roommate spoke to the current pizza champ, Corrine, who defeated me for the pizza eating competition a couple of years ago. And apparently, she's
hashtag never forget.
She's feeling a little restless and wants to do another eating contest.
Ooh.
But she suggested cookies. Yeah,
like fresh baked cookies, pre-baked cookies.
We didn't get into that. So I'm thinking of reaching out to her next week and just sending her one word, a little bit of a Blake, and just send her the word cookies, maybe with a question mark.
Do a cookie eating challenge?
I don't know. It may not be with me.
I don't know. I'm trying to off the top of my head. I'm like, I don't know if I can eat that much, man. Not now. Not now. My stomach hasn't been any fucking smaller like the last 10 years.
I could, but cookies are weird. I've never really.
It's got to be the right cookie, man.
Dude, I feel like, do we go away from the pizza theme? I know we've only done 2 of them.
Yeah.
But that's 2 more than anything else we've done in terms of eating competitions. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to win my pizza crowns back off of her. So if the agreement was, I'll do a cookie one, if you agree to also do a pizza one a month later or something like that, and try and win my pizza hats back. You know what I mean?
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, even if I just throw the cookie one to get the agreement to the pizza.
I would just really be interested to see what she if she had any specifics in mind about cookies, or she's like, I just want to eat fucking cookies.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt
Yeah.
it's probably like a very traditional like chocolate chip.
Because I'm finding a Cookie Monster Muppet to fucking ref that.
Mm.
There's no discussion there. I will find or make a Cookie Monster-esque puppet.
And what, you're gonna hide under a table and work the puppet for fucking an hour while we chomp down cookies?
I'm sure I can find somebody equally excited to do that.
Oh, right.
I'm pretty sure I can find
Right.
some asshole that's
Look
like,
at you
I totally want to do
passing the buck.
that. I feel as if we would need a Cookie Muppet there, man. I mean, when you think of cookie eating, it's fucking Cookie Monster.
With a referee shirt on?
Yeah, and listen,
like a whistle hanging from his...
We'll figure out. We'll design this. You know, it's not hard. He's just a Muppet.
Now I'm already counting the production dollars I'm gonna have to spend on this.
Fucking Muppet. He got what, $5 to make.
I'm not making a fucking puppet. Oh, okay. First of all, I would buy something because the time involved in making it, you're losing way more.
Like, can't be that big of a deal.
Two, I do know a Henson.
You do know a Henson.
So it's like I could ask her, listen, you got any hookups on fucking...
Oh my God.
Or at least a discount at the fucking... at the Disney shop
my
or
10%. That's funny.
This is an insight to how a Jew thinks, okay?
I got it in.
Never just buy something. Always think of who you know. Who do I know? How can I make this happen? Or maybe we get it sponsored.
There's nothing about our programming, and I put that in very big quotations, that would bring a family-friendly sponsor like fucking Sesame Street.
No. But maybe like a cookie company. Like a local fucking cookie bakery or something.
Oh, we could do Grandma's Bakery and off of Sterling and fucking US 1 by Jackson's.
We could do it whatever. But we could even do a location.
Now those cookies, I'll join that competition.
Oh, look! All of a sudden,
yeah,
all of a sudden,
I'll jump. Like if we're
you're like you wouldn't fucking also do it if it was Chips Ahoy's. Okay, get out.
Soft baked or hard crunch?
See what I mean?
We have to know, man. It's. Listen, because like hard crunch, I'll eat the fuck out of those things. I don't know if I'll win or not, but I'll eat the fuck out of those. The soft bake, I'll eat the fuck out of too. But after a while, it hurts the stomach.
Here's why you'd win.
Huh, I'd win?
Here's why you'd win. Because you would probably blaze up like a fucking...
We could all blaze up.
Well,
you're going to be equally blazed.
She is a duly appointed officer of the law. So I'm not sure that...
I wouldn't if she didn't.
I'm not sure.
She's,
look at you.
She's current champion.
Trying to be fucking...
She's current champion.
Trying to be like...
no, that's unfair. That's unfair.
Mr. Equal Footing, all of a sudden...
Because when it comes to like performance-enhancing drugs, this is exactly where marijuana fits in. Yeah. As being an actual performance
And for me, it doesn't really work.
Oh, it does for me, buddy.
Yeah, I understand.
That's
why I said you would win.
Yeah. So unless she's like, well, I'll take an extra Adderall or something. I don't know. I don't know.
What would that do?
Just, I don't know, make you more fucking focused? I don't fucking really know, to be
really
honest with
focused on your chewing?
I don't know, you're extra focused on chewing. I don't know. We're all over the place today.
I don't think that improves your hunger. Honestly, I don't know if Adderall makes you thinner. Like if you're...
I mean, she's
No.
officer of the law. She's probably up at all goddamn hours. I mean, don't some of them fucking...
Are you accusing...
No, not her specifically.
Our fine...
No.
Fellows in blue...
I'm not accusing anybody of anything.
Fucking junkies?
No, what the fuck?
And pillheads?
No.
Is this what you're doing
You've
here?
gone way up. No.
No.
Of course not.
Do I have to dial an RN up and confirm or deny these rumors?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm getting in all kinds of trouble, aren't I?
I don't know. Maybe we both are. Who knows?
I mean, we know too many cops. We probably shouldn't make jokes about them.
Officers of the law, sir. We know a few.
Yeah.
And when all the stuff and the crazy in the nation goes on, you just think back. You're like, every officer I know is really cool. Like, I don't know any of these guys that do pull and do these awful fucking things. Which is good. We don't know those people. We only know the good ones.
Allegedly.
I don't know. Man, you think Chuck maybe threw someone over a bridge one day?
I don't know.
Chuck's got a dark past. No, that's where we're going with
Yeah,
that.
just in wrestling, he probably does.
Oh, that's not true. We love our Owens.
Yeah. Man, this fucking podcast has gone fucking.
We've gone all
totally
over
off
the
track.
place, man. I mean, listen.
Yeah, so a cooking eating contest is loosely on the table.
I'm for
in
it.
terms that it's been suggested. I have not replied back to her about it, and it came through like
third channel.
Yeah, it back channels. So I'm not even sure. You know, depending on the situation at the time, whether that was even conveyed properly or received properly. So,
Ben,
what?
Christmas cookie eating contest.
Christmas cookie?
Yeah, gives us a few
That's
months.
a wide range.
It gives
Have
few-
it during Christmas.
Yeah, it gives us a few months to prepare.
I thought you meant eating
Do a-
Christmas
do-
cookies.
do a
I'm
pro-
like,
well, we
what
do
the
it at
fuck are
Christmas
those?
time, but Christmas cookies like gingerbread cookies and like sugar cookies and stuff. I know, I know, man.
Gingerbread.
You don't like gingerbread?
I mean, not like.
Oh man, I love gingerbread.
Listen,
cookies.
if we're talking having to eat volume, that's probably not going to be. I'm probably, if I can reserve one veto, I would do it on gingerbread. I would rather like eat a ton of either chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin or something like that, but not gingerbread.
Maybe, what if we do like a thing where they have like 4 different kinds of cookies, but they're all the same? Like every cookie's the same size, and you can just pick and choose. And it's just the amount that you've eaten, not really the variety you've eaten, because like you said, every now and then you might get like 20, 30 fucking chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, so here it is. You're eating from a batch. Like everyone gets like, obviously, you come up with a number that's going to be more than what you think you're going to need. So let's say everyone gets like 75 cookies.
Yeah.
And it's a random assortment of like 5 different types. And eventually you'd run out of whatever one is your favorite, and you'd have to move on.
Ooh.
But you could at least pick the majority be whatever your preference.
And that way everyone has it's equal.
Yeah, everyone gets to pick a cookie to go into the mix.
Someone just eats the chocolate chips and goes, "I'm done." Like, you done?
I'll be like, so I hear you have a nut allergy. Next thing you know, 3 out of the 4 types of cookies are.
Oh, I tell you what. I would suffer through the oatmeal raisins first just to get them out of the way. Because I fucking hate oatmeal raisins.
Yeah, but you may not. My point is, like, if you have 75 cookies.
Oh, you might not get that far.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you would need to power through all of the one you don't like.
Yeah.
You might just want to power through the ones you like first and see where the rest of the landscape lands before you even touch one you don't like.
All you gotta do is eat 10 more to win, and they're all oatmeal raisins. You're like, God damn it.
I like that. I shouldn't have even busted your theory there. I should have let that go all the way to a competition and then watched you suck down 20 oatmeal raisins while I'm like looking at him like, what is he doing?
And I thought, you didn't even have to eat them at all. Like, if I were to win by a comfortable margin, we never even got to that need. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would have been worth a rib right there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after you've eaten fucking 30 oatmeal raisin cookies, and if you win something, the last thing you want to do is eat another fucking cookie of any other type.
Right.
Yeah, that's awful.
I mean,
I like that, man. I like that idea. Something like that.
I'm not against the cookie. But I also think I'm like, if you're gonna start, if we're not doing pizza, maybe something more fun than a cookie would be either donuts or cupcakes. Especially visually.
I'm all for donuts.
Visually,
I'm all for donuts. If we were to do that, I'm not cupcakes. I fucking hate cupcakes.
Wait, what does that mean? I hate cupcakes.
I mean, they're just they got the fucking wrap on them. And you take the wrap off and
Listen, you don't have to take the wrap off if you don't want.
Donuts are so much easier. You just fucking
eat the
grab
wrap.
the donut. What? You know what? It's paper. I mean,
if it was a speed contest,
woo,
leave that paper on.
oh,
Baby.
yeah. Listen, you're going. There's a blockage happening, buddy. Somewhere between A and B, the entrance and the exit. There's going to be a blockage. You're going to have a hospital visit if you
Yeah,
too much of that shit.
Yeah, but if you win, it's worth
Oh my god. I suppose that's fair. No, donuts would probably be.
I think donut is the real sizzle here.
Oh my god.
Especially it's on brand, you know?
We haven't had an on-brand challenge. That's fucking right.
Yeah. It's the only breakfast food that isn't like I mean, any other breakfast food we would have an eating contest with. It's like what, strips of bacon,
Jesus Christ.
you know, or what, or
even...
pounds of eggs.
I can't.
Just scrambled eggs, and you weigh them. Each bowl weighs X, and you weigh them after, and see how much each person eats.
I feel as if you have a way less chance of having vomiting.
How about a dry toast eating challenge? No
man.
drinking, no nothing, no water. That way it's a much shorter like the pizza one with drinking and everything. I mean, that thing went an hour.
Yeah.
You know.
See, a donut contest?
Because I can't do speed eating.
No.
So it has to be like just how much.
Like, I'm trying to think to myself. I'm like, how many donuts can I eat?
And I think donuts, unlike pizza, I think because of the sugar content in them, that you're just not going to be able to eat for as long. You know what I mean?
AJ would absolutely come down for this.
We say that.
He'd come down for the donut.
This is like
he wouldn't come down for a cookie contest.
This is like a wrestling event where he's excited and looking forward to it.
We just promise him Billy won't be here.
As time goes on, he more and more doesn't.
We just promise him Billy won't be here.
Billy would come for it.
Well, and once the event starts, Billy comes through the back door and is just watching the event from directly behind him until he figures out that Billy's been standing directly behind him.
I have a feeling if we were to do a food eating contest, just because of the logistics from the last one, it took like a year and a half between like two parties shit talking to actually executing it.
Well, November 7th, we're going to have AJ down here regardless. We could have the contest after the match.
November 8th?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it November 7th. I want to have fun.
I mean, I want to do it the day of the show.
No. Oh, you mean beforehand?
Yeah.
I don't think
we know one of the two participants won't be participating in the donut. Billy has no. He has no. I don't think
Billy would do an eating contest with us for sure. He would do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Billy's game for that.
You could line we could line like what? Oh shit! You know we know enough people. You could line almost 10 people up, and we could do this, man. That's a lot of donuts, though.
I mean, yeah. You just whatever. You spend the money.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can contact corporate Dunkin' or one of these local shops here and just be like, listen,
let's go over to
just plain glazed donuts. How many? What's the deal?
Publix. I go over to Publix and do that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You probably could.
I mean, that's easy. Hey, because
I mean, unless someone like now that AJ has, but by the time we would do it, another 100,000 followers.
Oh, we could sponsor this
people.
shit. Yeah,
we get Dunkin' and just give us a ton of donuts or something.
I really want to do it before the show.
It's not gonna happen.
I know. I'm just an asshole.
I don't think we could do an eating contest till the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
Because
with all the bullshit going on, COVID and everything. Yeah.
Not only that, but I just think between now and November isn't enough time to set something up and do it right. And then he'll be down in November for the wrestling, so I don't think we could get him back down in December. It's holidays and shit like that, so people have got shit better to do. Make sure there's only one there.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're super thin.
Yeah, they are super thin. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm more game for a donut than a cookie.
I'm actually excited about that too. Yeah.
So I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
I'll tell her it's gonna be more than just her and I. But again, I think I'm only gonna agree to doing something, even if it is just a cookie eating contest. If she agrees,
I feel like you would have to win that
to defend. Like, I got to win that to then. I mean, this is a qualify. Man, now you're fucking me. I wanted just her to agree to it. I'll agree to the cookie one if she agrees to defend the pizza one afterwards.
I feel as champion, she gets to call the challenge.
Well, then it's going to be a cookie deal. I'll suggest. We'll see.
What we could do, Ben,
I'll suggest.
What we could do is we could do a double main event. We either start with the donut and then end with you two with the cookie, or do you two with the cookie and end with the donut.
You're booking a whole wrestling show here.
That's how my mind works. Your mind works like that too, okay? And you're, of the two of us, the only one who still actively watches professional wrestling.
That's true. Oh, you'll be watching next week. So
I will. I 100% believe that that show is going to be very good. Especially that I'm going to assume Punk's the main event.
You would, maybe not.
Is it in Chicago?
It's probably going to be Omega and Christian for the belt.
Ooh, that's a close call.
I think that's the main. I think you have to make that the main.
Call. You know what's funny? So we talked about before. I listen to Cornette's podcast regularly. What's funny is, I mean, he'll shit over AEW all day long on stuff that just doesn't make any nonsense. It's all nonsensical fucking nonsense, which is majority of it what he does. He has, dude, he's 100% bought in on how they handled the Punk situation.
Yeah, I saw that.
But just continuing on,
said they did a good job.
Just continuing on, he's just like I don't know if it's Punk calling the shots. I don't know what it is, but he's like, I wouldn't have done it this way, and they did it better. They're doing it better.
Yeah.
So I would assume though that we're going to get at some point during that show American Dragon reveal.
They said, I think they moved it up to that. Yeah.
I wouldn't hotshot him and Punk off the bat though.
No. I'd
probably hotshot him and Omega.
We had this whole conversation on the thing. Here's why you don't do Omega, because Omega's in a thing with Christian right now. And really, these guys coming in don't need to be you don't need to shoot him right to the title picture. You do the same thing Punk's doing. You have him work like MJF or Sammy Guevara or one of those level guys. Two things you don't want to do. You don't want to have these guys face all the kind of ex-WWE guys facing off with each other too soon. Like Punk and Brian, no. Punk and Christian, no.
Yeah.
Miro and Brian, no. None of that. You just you mix it up with the cast of others, and I think you could. There's a lot of those other guys, the next tier of guys that are ready. Hangman, MJF, Jungle Boy, someone like that. To start with Brian.
Aren't they?
There's plenty.
They're really high in Jungle Boy.
He's really good.
Him and Danielson would be really good.
He's really good. I mean, Miro. If you wanted one of these guys to have a title match, Miro's got the TNT title. You could work with him, but again, that's like putting two WWE guys against each other. So it's there's no nobody's buying a ticket to AEW to see a WWE match. So don't give them a WWE match.
Well, here's the deal.
Eventually you'll get some, but we don't not anytime soon.
And what you would see in AEW between two if you were to see Danielson and Punk, you're not going to see a WWE Danielson Punk match.
No, you can see a Ring of Honor one.
Exactly. It's a completely different.
I understand, but people can be like,
yeah.
Not
initially. Not initially.
My point is, you've seen that before, and both of those. You've seen the Ring of Honor one and the WWE one. So why are we revisiting that right away? That should be something. Let those two circle the rest of the fucking company before they run into each other.
I feel as if I was booking Danielson and I was bringing him in,
like a guy like Spears who never worked those people in WWE makes more sense. And Spears really never established himself. Like, you look at him in AEW, you don't remember him from WWE. He was barely in WWE on a level where people were like, oh, yeah, he was main eventing fucking Raw every week. He wasn't. He wasn't even main eventing NXT,
no offense to Sean Spears, I barely remember him at all. So
right, but, he's got this.
I'm sure he's very.
He does this cool intensity. He's got this crazy intensity guy thing. He's a bit of a psychotic. It works in AEW, but it's. I'm just saying, of all those guys, that one's chameleon enough where it wouldn't be. You could put him against, in the capacity of it wouldn't be a main feud, but if you're feuding with MJF, you're going to have to fight his stable of guys as well, which is Spears and Wardlow. And
is Jericho off on a hiatus right now?
Jericho is going to fight MJF at that pay-per-view for a fourth time, where it's like if he loses, he won't wrestle anymore. He'll just go do commentary and shit like that.
Oh, he's just been putting over MJF all this time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or a lot of it. So I don't know how that's going to go. This is kind of like, this one's a head-scratcher, so why they decided to do all this. Maybe Jericho is taking time off and going to do
with all these guys,
music and stuff
with
like
all
that.
these guys coming in, he probably wants to leave the fans, because we've talked about all these guys working each other. We haven't mentioned Punk and Jericho. We haven't mentioned Danielson and Jericho. So maybe
but he's worked all those guys.
But maybe, hey, let's let these guys come in. Let's let them acclimate to the company. Everybody gets to work each other.
Also establish themselves as high-level guys with winning records.
Uh-huh.
And then Jericho comes in.
When he comes back, then you can go, well, where do we start? And that's smart.
Except that you have plenty of guys there.
Yeah.
That we're like, there's never going to be like, well, we've ran out of guys for these.
No, you haven't run out of guys. You have plenty of people on the roster.
Because then you've got like, only reason I don't throw Omega in the mix, but Omega's obviously going to have a feud with Bryan, a feud with Punk, a feud with Christian.
At least matches, yeah.
Probably more than that.
For me,
Hangman as another guy. I forgot.
Hasn't he been hurt?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. It's like we're not talking about the next week. We're talking about the next year.
I would hotshot Bryan right up for the Omega thing. I'd have him take the belt off Omega, and then I'd have him feud with Paige, and Paige would get his belt off that. But that's just me, somebody who hasn't been watching.
Because
Paige is the next guy.
Eventually, the slow burn is. That's why I think they gave Christian the Impact title. He won't win the AEW title off of him.
No.
And then Hangman can come in and work Omega and eventually get the belt.
But I think you have him take it off with Danielson and have Danielson give the belt to Paige. That way, Paige and Omega could come back because he didn't beat Paige for it. I mean, Paige didn't beat him for it.
No, they have to. It has to be.
It has to have to be. Okay, yeah. I don't watch. If you say it has to be Omega,
to be this way.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a way different dynamic if it's the other way around.
Oh, okay.
From the way they've booked storyline over the last 2
So they have been booking Paige to slow burn towards the belt?
Oh, yeah, over 2 years they keep hinting towards it. And I think they even put little psychological things like Paige not believing in himself to even challenge for it and that kind of shit. Yeah.
I keep forgetting fucking Ambrose is out there.
Yeah, Mox is another one.
Yeah.
You forget about.
There's a lot of people on that roster, man. Which makes me think bringing Bray in is too much.
It might be. It might not be.
I mean, all these guys
at
the same moment.
Wait till they're not dropping a ball with anyone. Miro's hot. Aleister Black is coming in red hot now. There's just Sammy's going to be a big name. Jungle Boy's going to be a big name. MJF hasn't really sniffed a title match much. And he's, of all these homegrown quote guys, has been a contender.
Yeah, but they're doing the Dusty Rhodes holy fuck. Oh my, Steve Corino thing with him where the old vet who's still the super over guy in Jericho is making the next guy.
I know.
But
I think that's what they're going to do with a lot of these.
Yeah. Oh, obviously. But, I mean, Jericho has an opportunity to step away now because now you got guys coming in that he doesn't need to be there for.
Yeah, but he wants to work all these people.
Oh, and he will, but I'm sure he's got a tour. He's fucking...
He might.
Yeah.
I don't know that COVID's gotten any better anymore.
Oh, fuck, man, that's right.
The venues haven't exactly, become more open. If anything, they're starting to demand certain venues in certain states demanding you show vaccination cards.
Especially with it being FDA approved now, there's going to be a lot more.
Well, two things with it being, now that it's FDA approved, they're going to hang these hospital bills around people's necks if they have to get hospitalized and be in there for a couple of weeks and go on a ventilator or be prescribed oxygen or whatever, or just for the fucking hospital bed. And as far as I'm concerned, it should be at a premium because those beds are being taken away from other people that actually need them as well. And they're saying most of the hospitalizations and nearly all the deaths are unvaccinated. So every insurance company is going to go, this is a totally treatable thing. This bill was totally treatable. You could have, yes, had COVID and been sick, but never needed to go to the hospital if you had gotten
or
get
it
vaccinated.
Would have been very short.
So we're not covering this.
Yeah. I don't believe they should be. At this point, yeah. At this point, if you stay unvaccinated,
again,
your insurance company should
know your risks, make your decisions.
Yeah.
But that should be a risk. So I
agree with that.
But in the meantime, that's why I don't know about Fozzy touring and all that. I know that they were going to announce the cruise thing, but you announced that 6 months out.
Yeah.
So you're hoping it gets better, and if it doesn't,
you can overgo.
It's probably it's probably going to be one of those deals where, hey, you're going to have a card for that too. I assume a Disney cruise ship is going to require everyone to be.
Well, that's what they're fighting. They're fighting with Florida now because Florida wants there to be no proof of vaccination. The cruise lines are like, no, motherfucker.
But I think a couple of cruise lines already said, fuck you.
Because they tried it, and all these people are now fucking getting sick and dying on cruise ships.
No, but I don't think those were out of Florida. I think lately the cruise ships have been like, well, fuck you. We'll see you in court.
And I'm just...
And I think a judge just held up something with the schools.
Oh, absolutely. No.
Him. So,
DeSantos has lost every legal challenge in this.
He should have been a little smarter with his shit. Right. He picked the hill that was, that then is when now that the numbers are starting to show for this month. He's dying on
He
that
started
hill.
this year as the front runner for Republicans in 2024.
Oh no, he's still a front runner for Republicans, but there's less Republicans now
he's
actually vote. He's killing them by telling them to not wear masks and to take this fucking what's the
Revetiquin, whatever. The horse,
Regeneron or something like that.
Yeah, the horse or cow tranquilizer.
No, it's not that. It's something else. It's a treatment drug that I don't know if it actually works for COVID or not, but they're using it to treat COVID. But it's it's not a preventative thing. It's a treatment thing, and it's from that hedge fund cuck that's fucking with my AMC stock right now, and he's like the biggest donor and owns like a huge share of this company. And that's why DeSantis, instead of, doing preventative stuff, he's pushing the treatment owned by his biggest donor.
Fuck that guy, man.
I mean, like, he doesn't think that anyone could trace that.
I'm telling you what, man, I don't ever wish harm
people
on
don't
anybody.
People don't like dirty politics.
Yeah.
He's
sinking. He's sinking whatever chance he had at 2024.
Maybe you
right
shouldn't
now.
do all of your fucking deals that out in the open.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like anyone couldn't track your bloody footprints in the snow.
He's trying to pull what Daddy Trump pulled before him, but he's not Trump.
No.
And he can't navigate the world the way Trump does. Nobody can. Only Trump has ever been able to pull that off.
Right.
So yeah, he's sinking himself right now.
Yeah. Well, there's another thing. I don't want to get too into politics, but if you want to talk about Ron DeSantis, we're not the only state, but I know they're lifting the moratorium on evictions. The problem is whether, everyone that should have gotten money.
Oh, most of the money hasn't been dwelled out at all.
I'm saying that, like, not everyone deserved that money, but if you qualified for that money and you, quote, needed that money that the government had set aside for people that needed help because they don't want to get evicted, and it has not, and Florida has distributed like 2% of it.
Yeah.
In all these fucking months since the money was made available to them.
Tenants and landlords are both suffering.
That, I listen, landlords shouldn't have to fucking suck hind titty for a fucking year on stuff. But that's based on this money should have come through.
Yep.
Now people going to get evicted that should have had that money that could have gone to the tenants that could have kept them from getting evicted. So... there's a liability there
and
somewhere.
Landlords are going bankrupt on properties that this money should have been able to take care of.
Now, granted, there's a lot of people that are like squatting, had no intention of ever making good. They were just waiting and knowing that one day they were going to have to vamoose.
Yeah. They're using the system.
They're fucking, and that's unfortunate. But the people that genuinely were supposed to get this money and haven't, and now are going to get evicted. I mean, what the fuck, you know?
It's bad.
Yeah, so I don't know. And I know we're not the only state, but I do know living in this state that I pay attention when people give numbers about this state. And they said it was like 2% of the money had been distributed. And it's like, dude, what are you fucking doing? It's the same thing with like, oh, there's a no mask mandate. And if you do make the kids wear masks, I'm pulling the funding for the school. It's like, wait a minute, you're going to punish the students and teachers? Like, why would you take the money away? That doesn't do anything.
He's a sick piece of shit. I
mean, I'm not a fan of Ron DeSantis, but but it's because I live in a state, you know, and I have empathy for people. Like, I don't have kids. I don't go to, you know, none of these things affect me.
But a lot of families are suffering.
None of these things affect me. I'm caught up on my rent, but I empathize with others. You know, some people are just want to wave their party flag. But anyway, I feel like we tiptoed in fucking politics.
We tiptoe all over the place.
We shouldn't fucking do that.
Nobody's listening anyway.
That's true. At this point, we shifted to wrestling and then politics, barely politics. So for sure, no one's listening anymore. And if anyone still is, God bless you. Go buy a T-shirt.
You wanted it there?
Yeah, I feel like we got mud up to our knees on this podcast, and we really shouldn't.
We'll start fresh next week with see how far it gets if we can stray away from the sensitive subjects.
Yeah,
I don't really care, but I know people out there get real uptight about stuff.
We don't have enough of an audience to alienate anyone. So. to want to risk alienating.
We love you guys.
Yeah, what he said.
Thank you for listening. Okay, bye.
Sure.